So I put this video up over there on a playlist entitled Barbara Walters some shit or another. I forget exactly what the fuck it was, but something along the lines of Barbara Walters. There's this lady over there going on. She kind of resembles Barbara in her style and her look and everything else, you know. I put her on the playlist over there, and I'm listening to her once again. This particular video that I put over there, playlist over there on her channel, and she's going on about what Putin is not willing to lose based on some perception. She thinks that maybe he'll have good sense if he sees it this way and say, well, I'm not going to risk this, I'm not going to wager that. Is that really how men think, how men do things in these situations? I think he's willing to fucking go all or fucking nothing if that's what it takes at this point, because what I'm listening to when I'm listening to him talk, he thinks that the westernized culture is a direct threat upon Russia and everything that it stands for, is the children of Russia and everything else, just all things inclusive. So I don't really know where her reasoning is coming from. I don't think it's going to be one of those kind of fights that he just goes and tucks his tail between his legs and goes after the fucking seat because you're bigger and badder, or because all the stats say you're financial this and all the other shit. Well, I don't think he really gives a fuck. We'll find out in time, though. He's been going 5 years already with Ukrainian war. I don't really know why it took that long to fucking goddamn get it done. She mentions that his military is weakened or depleting. His depleting military. Is it depleting really? I don't know. I'm gonna check into it some more because she's got a lot of stats going on over there. You know, a lot of stats. But at the end of the day, I think the stats that men are really concerned about is this: losing versus winning. If he loses, what does that mean for him? If he loses by saying, hey, I'm just going to throw in the white flag, what does that mean for him today and tomorrow? Because they always have, hey, I want a rematch. You know, that's where we're at with Korea right now, from the Korean War, rematch. What we're doing with Russia right now is some shit from way back from the 80s being dredged up from the 80s. Big old controversies about the 80s, big old, wolf tickets being sold and everything. Now we're at it, and it's like we're actually at war right now with Russia. The only thing they haven't said is that America's at war with Russia. They said every goddamn thing else, which is NATO as well. I don't know. What are you gonna do? You know, or somebody walks up to you and starts hitting you in your jaw. That's kind of like what's going on right now. If you know anything about Putin, Putin's a scrappy. He got to understand his psychology. He's a scrappy. You got to understand a little bit. I don't know much about it, but I understand that he's a scrappy little motherfucker. You know, he come up in the hood. He wasn't silver spoons. You know, he wasn't silver spoons. He didn't get some privilege to go in and be some big shot like, you know, hand me down. Not to say that necessarily means that you don't have what it takes, but I mean, sometimes it means you really do. If you work your way up through the fucking ranks, it says something about you, you know, and the hood just scrapping, trying to get to school, go to school and back, having fights and shit. And somehow or another, he's sitting up there where he's sitting up right now. It wasn't handed down to him like it was to Kim Jong-un and his father before him, so on and so forth. So I don't really understand what makes Barbara Walters so confident that Putin is going to fold based on some stats or just having good common sense about things. A lot of men don't really work on common sense. They work on a lot of other things, like women work on a lot of things as well besides common sense, emotions. But men's emotions and women's emotions they differ a lot in how they do things, you know? But you can bark at that man. He's not going to go have a fucking seat in the goddamn corner. No time fast. No time soon, I don't think, anyhow. Same thing Kim Jong-un, whoever else wants to get in on some motherfuckers, a major hitter out there. You think the United States of America is going to do it? What do they stand to lose if they lose? Right now, they fold. They lose quite a bit. They lose all the investment that NATO put into the Ukrainian war. And what does that give them? It gives them a position. It gives the adversaries a position of, okay, so they tap the fuck out. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to decide, I don't think, but we'll see. Well, what they need to do is come up with some kind of resolve, you know? But then again, it's like The Godfather, I guess, once again, right? And then we'll be back to the same old shit again. Read between the lines on that one. It's really too hideous to even talk about.